Hi, Facebook friends and family. You must be wondering why she has another page called Becoming Lina. Well, it always been a dream of mine to write a book about my story. Some people be like, why we want to know about her? Boring. Well, for some, it might be boring, but for others that have been gone through what I've been through, I think it will help them see that no matter what adversities that we go through, doesn't matter where we come from, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. So, I don't want to bore people. And those that know me through whatever agencies I work through, personal life, family, friends, they know what I've been through. So it won't be anything new to them. But those that don't know me will be like, oh, damn. So I just wanted to share because, like I said, I always wanted to write a book, but I'm kind of cuckoo and I can't sit still. So it's hard for me to concentrate to just sit there and just write. So that's why I figure if I do a video, you'll be able to at least try to listen or hear a little bit about my story. So becoming Lina, I'll try to keep it PG. I'll try. So let's think about, we'll start when I'm 12 years old, right? I was a good runner. Hint, hint. I love to run. Relay race, that was my thing. And I remember New York, Puerto Rico. I used to win a lot of medals, ribbons, la cinta. And I used to beat the guys. I was proud of that. And so knowing that I ran and I was good and I used to beat the guys running, sorry guys. I ran right out of my house. Yep. So yeah, I was a runaway. Not proud of it. There's other stories about that, but we're not talking about that right now. So yeah, I ran away. I was 12 years old. I left my home. It's okay. I left with somebody older than I. I didn't know he was older, so. And he didn't know my age until I turned 13. So that was kind of cuckoo's. So I left home and got involved with somebody that I didn't know his history. So yeah. So imagine a 12-year-old girl. First of all, naive. And you know how it is. We're young. We know it all. We don't want to do what our parents say or tell us to do. And we leave to the unknown, to the streets of Springfield. And you meet and you leave with a man. Because at this point he was a man. He was 18. Actually 19. Yeah, he was 19. And now you get involved in this dark world that you never knew. All you knew that you were a good runner. So I end up getting involved with a world that was scary. And even though I was a tough girl, because my family knew that I was always fighting, nasty attitude. Like I said, I knew it all. I ended up with this man that was involved in things that I had no idea. No idea. Um, yeah, so here's a 12-year-old girl in the streets of Springfield with a 19-year-old thinking she was the coolest thing ever, strong, trying to run the streets of Springfield with a 19-year-old. Can you imagine in the 1970s? Why didn't anybody intervene? Or, well, back then, people minded their business in a way, like they kept everything to themselves. Not like nowadays, there's like DCF involvement and there's places that you could go to and get help. Well, back then, it wasn't like that. Everybody kept their noses um, from other people's business. So as I hit the streets, and I remember my mother begged me to go back home, but I didn't want to go back home. I was in love or infatuated, but I thought I was in love um, with the unknown and in the streets, doing my thing and learning about things that I shouldn't have never known. And at that age, 12 years old, and I remember at one point jumping from house to house and ending up in Plainfield, in Springfield, at his sister's house, because we didn't have a place to live. I mean, here I am, always had a bed, and now I'm learning that I have to sleep in a different bed every night. Now that was scary. Um, and one day I remember being so sick, like